graduation ceremony. Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance and the singing of our national anthem. We will be led in song by these members of the class: Lauren Beitler, Clara Bittner-Rossmiller, Alexandra Galgano, Nicole Gonzalez, Marnie Gruber, Rebecca Haviland, Heather Hopwood, Shadi Masri, Peter Rosen, David Russo, and Marie Tartaglia. Please join us. Once again, welcome to this very special ceremony. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the students and staff to thank the parents and relatives who supported these students throughout their years at LMK. Students, let's give them all a nice round of applause. The students have worked hard for 3 years so that on this special day they can celebrate their moving on to high school. They have been a very cooperative class. As a matter of fact, in the past, graduation practice days have often been long and trying. But I have to tell you that this has been the most respectful and cooperative class we have had since I came to LMK 8 years ago, and we commend them all. And now I'm very pleased to introduce to you the President of the Board of Education, Mr. Robert Palladino.
Good evening, everyone. Dr. Valenti, Dr. Brooks, members of the LMK faculty, relatives, friends, parents, and of course the 1997 8th grade graduating class, the class of 2001. I'd like to take this time to introduce my fellow board members who are here this evening, and there's quite a few. The Vice President of the Board of Education, Mr. David Krug. David. Michael Castellano, Ken Coombs, Dan Monteforti, Georgia Rydell, and our board member-elect, Mrs. Debbie Imperio. I'd also like to welcome members of the Central Administration, including Dr. Mary Norton. Dr. Norton. One of the privileges of being the President of the Board of Education is I get to give this speech. In fact, I get to give a lot of them. This is the third today, and by tomorrow night it'll have been 6. Fortunately, some of my board members are going to take some of those for me. It's hard for me to remember when I graduated from 8th grade since it was such a long time ago, but I do remember a couple of things, one of which I can't remember a single word that the president said. And the second thing I remember was he made his speech short because it was really hot. So I'll try to remember both of those things. The word graduation has several meanings. The primary one is the state of being arranged in steps or degrees. Anything which comes in an orderly progression is a process of graduation. Your entire school experience is a series of steps and is part of your journey through life. Today, we celebrate your graduation from middle to high school, and tomorrow night, the seniors will celebrate their graduation and move on to either college or enter the workforce. We graduate from one phase of life to another because life is a series of progressions, which we achieve through learning and growth. This ceremony and the diploma that you will receive tonight announces to the world that you have completed yet another step in your journey through life and are ready to move forward. Someone once said that a mind stretched by a new idea never regains its original dimension. As you move on to the high school, I urge each of you to utilize all of the learning power that you have within yourselves. Seek out new ideas and new challenges. If education has any single goal, it is to encourage young children and young people to ask questions and to know how to search for the answers. Be rebels. In your future education, strive to achieve 3 goals. Develop an inquisitive mind. Always seek to explore the new idea. Question the old ones. Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo. Recognize that there is a cause and effect to almost everything that goes on in the world. Always seek to find the answers to life's problems. This is not a fatalistic world inhabited by people whose suffering is inevitable and whose problems cannot be solved. The great baseball player Jackie Robinson once said that a life is not important except in the impact that it has on other lives. Third, be world citizens. This is a global economy. Telecommunications and the information age is breaking down the few remaining barriers that exist between nations and peoples, and it is vital that we recognize the need to compete on a world scale. As you continue through life, it's important to remember that success is a journey, not a destination, and that the secret of success is constancy to purpose. As you move forward, also remember the words of Satchel Paige, who pitched until he was 65 in the major leagues. He said, "Don't look back. Someone might be gaining on you." I'd like to amend that advice just a little bit and tell you it's okay to look back every once in a while, but always look ahead with the advantage of past experiences. In closing, I'd like to leave you with a quote from Robert F. Kennedy, who said, "Some people see things the way they are and ask why, and others dream things that never were and ask why not." This is your commencement day. We salute your accomplishments. But this is only the beginning. We all of us in the Harrison community, expect great things from each and every one of you. Hold fast your dreams and never be afraid to fail, because only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatness. Thank you. Congratulations to all of you and your families. Have a great summer. We'll see you at the high school in September. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Ronald Valenti.
Members of the Board of Education, members of the faculty, parents, grandparents, families, and most importantly, the graduating class of June 1997 from the LMK Middle School. A ship in a harbor is safe, but that's not what ships were built for. This evening, we celebrate the fact that you are moving out of the harbor of the middle school and going out into the uncharted waters that lie beyond. the waters that will include Harrison High School, and then as graduates of that high school in the year 2001, beyond into the world of career and colleges. And so this evening is the end of something and it's the beginning. And it's the beginnings that I want to talk to you about. It's the future. One of the parents said to me earlier this evening that my son is looking forward to the high school, but is a little bit queasy about it, a little bit nervous, wondering what it all holds for him and her, I'm sure. And I want to say to each of you as the graduates of the middle school that the high school, your future, is a great place for you. And the challenge that we're providing at Harrison High School is going to be a challenge to you academically, personally, socially, and from every point of view. It's going to be fun. It's going to be filled with friends who are with you, but most importantly, it's going to be filled with the challenges in the future, because you are, in effect, the leaders for tomorrow. And so this evening, I ask you to look at yourselves as the ship moving out into the water. Slowly at first, taking your pulse of the situation, but knowing full well that move you must, and go forward you must. Emerson, the great poet, said, "What is behind us and what is before us are small matters compared to what is inside of each of us." I ask you tonight to look inside of yourself. Are you a little bit timid about the future, a little bit frightened, a little bit afraid? That's normal. But the future is there to be held and to be had, to be challenged and to be conquered. And you can become the very best that you choose to become if you set your mind and your heart to it. And I ask you tonight to look into the audience, to look at your parents, moms and dads, grandparents, and extended family, and remember from where you came. Remember your roots. Remember your values. Remember the character and the courage, the loyalty, and the goodwill, and the support that brought you to today. And they will continue to support you tomorrow, and for many more tomorrows. And so this evening, the ship sets out to sail. Destination known, but to some degree unknown. And the future is built within each of you. And I say to you, to the class of the new millennium, congratulations and Godspeed. Congratulations.
Several years ago, we began inviting students to actively participate in this ceremony. All students were invited to respond in writing to questions, and several will be speaking to you tonight. Our first student speaker will be Danielle Loftus. Her topic is Looking Back at LMK. Danielle.
Thank you, Dr. Brooke. Good evening. 3 years ago, this building was strange to us, and we were all scared. In 6th grade, most of us were shy and timid. The first few weeks were hard to overcome, but we adjusted. We had to. When our first 6th grade dance came around, we were all too shy to ask anyone to dance. I look back at it now and laugh about how immature we were. By 7th grade, we were pretty well adjusted to the school. Over that summer, we changed. We were not as quiet and shy as before, and we understood we had to speak up to be heard. We grew up a lot. When Greenkill came around, we were all ready for a break from school. In Greenkill, we experienced a wonderful encounter with nature. We took hikes up mountains that had such beautiful views. Greenkill's experience none of us will forget, just as we will not forget 7th grade. As 8th graders, we have grown together and matured greatly, not only physically, but emotionally. We have grown into young adults. We are not the small little 6th graders we used to be. At Washington, we experienced a wonderful thing. We visited many interesting places. It was not just educational, but fun. I am sure that one thing in Washington we will never forget is the Holocaust Museum. The lady who spoke touched us all deeply. Our last 8th grade dance was memorable. For some of us, that was the last time we would be dancing and having fun with each other as a grade. LMK is like our second home. Our 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teachers have grown to love us, and we have grown to love them. They have helped us become the people we are today. They have taught us things that we will carry with us throughout our lives. Without them, some of us might not be here graduating now. We have now reached the end of our experience at LMK. It is very upsetting and scary, but it's also exciting, and we will face this new challenge with optimism. It is sad, but we must say goodbye to LMK. This has been a great year, and I think I speak for everyone when I say, no matter how much we say we dislike school, we will all miss and cherish our years at LMK for the rest of our lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. At this time, we will be recognizing several students who are receiving graduation awards. The first award is not given every year because we do not always have someone who meets the criteria, as it is rather difficult to achieve. It is the 3-year Perfect Attendance Award, and it's given to a student who has been here every single day of their LMK career. This year, we have one student who met that criteria, and we consider that quite an accomplishment. So at this time, we'd like to recognize George Dorsch for his perfect attendance. Mr. Kanji will now present the Susan Applebaum Math Award. He will be followed by Mr. Goodstein, who will present the Student Council John Kohane Award, and Mr. Lee, who will present the Don L. Hilton Memorial Award. Mr. Kanji.
Good evening. The Susan Applebaum Memorial Award is an award in the academic area of mathematics. This award is given each year in the memory of Susan Applebaum, a dedicated LMK mathematics teacher who celebrated with great joy and passion those math students who allowed themselves to be brought to a new level of math understanding, who demonstrated above and beyond the call an eagerness and self-motivation to know and understand the concepts of mathematics. Sue joyfully embraced these students, and by her example, the LMK Math Department continues to lift up those students who are active daily in the pursuit of mathematical knowledge. Tonight, we celebrate 2 such students. This year's 1997 Susan Applebaum Memorial Award goes to Catherine Perry and Robert Ganger.
The John J. Kohane Award for Student Achievement is given in the name of the first Klein principal, John J. Kohane, who currently resides in Florida. A couple of weeks ago, I wrote a letter to Mr. Kohane, and I expressed to him the fact that we were going to be continuing the John J. Kohane Award, and it has been given since 1989. And I also expressed to him that the 2 students, a boy and a girl, of the class of '97, are going to be taking with them into the future the qualities they will need to succeed in the future. Among the criteria for the John J. Kohane Award include good academic standing, student involvement, and service to the school and the community. And the 2 recipients of this award include Kara Papp and Matt Belmont.
Good evening. Many of you knew Donald L. Hilton.
Coach Hilton taught physical education and coached in our district for over 30 years. When Coach Hilton passed away a few years ago, a memorial scholarship fund was established in his name. Each year at graduation, an 8th grade boy and girl was awarded a $50 savings bond in Coach Hilton's memory. This award recognizes excellence in athletics, leadership, sportsmanship, and overall school citizenship, qualities which Coach Hilton tried to instill in all of his students. It gives me great pleasure to announce the winners of the 1997 Donald L. Hilton Memorial Awards, Dana Arcara and Matthew Mezzanchello.
The final student award is the Principal's Active Learner Award. It's a certificate and savings bond which is sponsored by the Harrison Administrators Association. This award is given to students who have been nominated and selected by the staff and administration for students who have been active learners. This is a very difficult award to give out because if you look at your programs, you will see that there are many, many students who qualify for this award. We have many students who are very active during their years at LMK. The students receiving this award have each contributed in different ways to the success of our school and community. They are both outstanding students as well as excellent role models for current and future students. The students we've selected for this year's award are Alexandra Galgano and David Agazi. And special things about LMK is that we take the time throughout the year to recognize both students and staff for their accomplishments. I'm going to digress for a moment from the program because there are several people we would like to recognize for their service to our school and community. They will be ending their service to the Harrison Central School District very soon, and I would like to call your attention to them. As many of you know, I have always stressed to our students the importance of service to school and community. I know I am not alone in believing that our community, our state and country could benefit greatly if every person gave up some of their time and provided some type of volunteer service. Having sat through many meetings of the Board of Education, I can attest to the fact that they are often long and run late into the night. I also know that before and after each meeting, the Board of Education meets to review and discuss other concerns. All of this takes many hours. And whether people agree or disagree with some of their decisions, the fact remains that these individuals have put in countless hours of volunteer service to our school, students, and community. I know that Mr. Carpinello was not able to make it this evening, but I would like to present Mr. Coombs, and we have a plaque also for Mr. Carpinello for their dedication and service to our school and community. Mr. Coombs. The plaque reads in recognition of faithful service to education and to the community as a member of the Harrison Central School District Board of Education. There's also one other person that I need to recognize at this time. She began working for the school district over 40 years ago, and she has been the principal secretary at LMK for the last 20 years. She's truly an outstanding secretary, but more important, She's a wonderful, wonderful person who has helped many and who will be missed by students, staff, parents, and especially me when she retires this summer. I would like to ask Mrs. Kanji Porto to come to the stage. Kanji. Her ever-present warm smile, pleasant personality, and kind words to the staff and students, and her excellent skills will be greatly missed by you all. She's the kind of person who stayed long after the regular workday, and has really been a mainstay here at LMK, and we wish her fond farewell, and please come back and visit us. At this time, we have two presentations of the class gifts. The first will be presented by Mrs. Carol Kitson. Accepting the gift will be the class president, Jenny Fleischer, and class vice president, Kirsten Porto.
On behalf of the Harrison Association of Teachers, in conjunction with the PTA, it is my pleasure to present, in honor of the graduating class of 1997, a computer scanner to the school. We are confident that this gift will enhance the computer science program at LMK.
The PTA traditionally also gives a class gift, and making that presentation will be the PTA co-presidents, Mrs. Holly Galgano and Mrs. Jo Gams. Before they make this presentation, I would like to extend a sincere and huge thank you to the LMK PTA and their officers for all their work, time, and efforts they put forth this year to help make us have another great year at LMK. We'd like to extend a special thanks to Mrs. Galgano, the outgoing president, for spearheading the many efforts of the organization. I would like to present her with this plaque for her many extra efforts on behalf of the students. It reads, "With sincere and deep appreciation for the faithful, devoted, and valuable service given to the Lewis M. Klein Middle School."
Thank you, Dr. Brooks. And would like to say that it's been a joy to work with this school and mostly with these children. I've known many of you for quite a few years, and the best part of coming to school so often and walking into the halls of LMK is being greeted by each of you. And I'll miss you all, and I must say on behalf of all of the parents, we're so proud of you and wish you the very best.
Would just like to take this opportunity to thank you for this gift. It's a wonderful gift. The incoming 8th grade and 7th grade that you so anxiously are saying goodbye to as you move forward will certainly enjoy this gift and use it quite a bit. I do know that congratulations are in order this evening. We will certainly miss all of you, but we wish you great success as you become Harrison High School's next freshman class. Congratulations.
Thank you. On behalf of the class of 1997, we'd like to thank you, the PTA, and the Harrison Association of Teachers for this generous gift. We are lucky that we have something that LMK can remember our class by. In addition, we would also like to express our gratitude to those who have helped and supported us. Thank you to the class of 1997 for allowing us to lead you down the road of 8th grade. Thank you for trusting us with your 8th grade school year. We hope we have fulfilled your expectations, and we hope that this year was very memorable. We'd also like to thank all of the teachers we've had throughout our middle school years. We are all better off because of the knowledge you've given us. We especially want to thank Mr. Goodstein. He was the class's geo advisor for 2 years in a row. He helped us learn a lot about leadership and fairness. Thank you, Ms. Simmons, as well, for guiding us through our problems. You've helped us all greatly, and we won't forget you. Thank you, Dr. Brooke, for encouraging us to be active learners. Lastly, as we continue on to the high school, let us remember these wonderful years we've had here at LMK. The times, the friends, and most of all, the wonderful memories. Have a good evening, and thank you for attending our graduation ceremony.
Tonight, we celebrate the end of our students' days at LMK, but as with any end, there's always a new beginning just around the corner. The topic of our next student speaker's presentation is looking ahead. I am very pleased to introduce our next speaker, who is an excellent student and an outstanding musician, Spencer Lutchen.
Thank you, Dr. Brooke. LMK has been our home away from home for the past 3 years. Although we're all moving on to high school, we can always be proud of being LMK graduates. We've all learned a lot here that will help us not only in high school, but for the rest of our lives. Dr. Brooke and all of our teachers have taught, encouraged, and inspired us to be active learners. If you're an active learner and you put a lot of effort into your work, then you will get more out of it. That's why being an active learner and trying your best is so important. Everyone can be successful at whatever they choose to do if they are willing to work hard at it. Whether it's math or football or science or music, the more time and effort you put in and the harder you try, the better and more successful you will get. However, there are many successful people who aren't happy. It is also important to work hard at relationships. Being a good friend, a good neighbor, and a good son or daughter is also important. We all know that education is the key to our future. But what is the key to getting a good education? Like any key, it's easy to lose. It's easy to get sidetracked or discouraged. But when that happens, we should take the time to find it, because the key hasn't gone too far. The key is within us, all of us. It's our attitudes. If we think, yes, I can, yes, I want this enough to give it my all, then success will be on the other side of the door. Use your key to unlock it. Thank you, and congratulations, fellow graduates.
Do you remember that May evening in 1994 when you first met at LMK to review the grade 6 program? I told you then that I would only ask you to come to LMK at 6:45 twice, on your first visit and your last visit, which is tonight. And here we are 3 quick years later, recognizing the accomplishments of a wonderful group of students. This class has been a pleasure to work with. Oh, we've had our ups and downs, but that is expected in the teaching, learning, and growing process. In addition, we have had many happy and proud moments to share and remember with these students. Sitting before you are students who have been on the principal's honor roll numerous times. There are students of the month, Texaco Writing Competition Award winners, Science Olympiad winners, outstanding artists, all state and all county musicians and vocalists, as well as members of the LMK sports teams and clubs. This is a very talented class, and we expect a great deal from these students. We have taught them how to make good decisions, and we hope that above everything else, they use this knowledge when those difficult and unexpected moments come about during high school and college when they need to make the right decision. I would just like to leave the students with these very brief words. Remember LMK. Be a lifelong learner and be the best you can be. Stay motivated and pursue your goals persistently. and be kind to all that you meet along the way, as the world has enough turmoil and unhappiness in it. A kind word or act will go a long way. We are very proud of the members of the class, and I know you share in our happiness for them tonight. I am very pleased to present to you the class of 1997. And Mr. Palladino to come to the stage to help distribute the diplomas. The names of the graduates will be read by Mr. Gaglione, Mrs. Kitson, Mrs. Vigiano, and Mr. Lee. Parents, we know you would like to take pictures, so feel free to come up to the front as your child's robe is called. The students will be coming up the side steps, walking across the stage, and coming down here. And now, Mr. Gagliano.
Stephanie Acunto. David Agazzi. Paola Alba. Blake Alcantara. Michael Annunziata. Stacy Anselm. Dana Arcara. Justin Baker. Jonathan Barrios. Lauren Beitler. Matthew Belmont. Ricky Barrett. Allison Batega. Jacqueline Betts. Richard Bevilacqua. Natasha Birch. Clara Bittner Rossler. Samuel Brock. Frank Bruno. Benjamin Callahan. Jonathan Kalman. Valerie Caneto. Elizabeth Carpino. Daniel Casarella. Ferdinando Castilla. James Cianci. Derek Colangelo. Lauren Colasacco. James Connor. Jennifer Coppola. Jennifer Corso. Peter Crank. Nicole Jennifer Crispo. Christopher Cutts. Mark Dalto. Megan Daly. John Deary. Teresa De Bucage. Edward De La Rosa. Michael Frank Demasi. Joseph Durensis. Vyacheslav Yachenko. Eric DiBuono.
Rosanna DeSalvo. George Dorsch. Kaylin Doyle. Thomas Drago. Amy Eisenberg. Marty Ferrari. Christopher Fenty. Danielle Ferraro. Jeffrey Fink. Jenny Fleischer. Matt Foglia. Mark Braden. Gianni Fugazi. Arthur Fusco. Kenneth Fusco. Nicholas Fusco. Alexandra Galgano. Krista Gamagorta. Nicole Danielle Gonzalez. Corinne Goslin. Andrew Grant. Chelsea Grossman. Marnie Ruber. Lindsay Hall. Matthew Hausch. Rebecca Haviland. Christopher Heyman. Benjamin Heaslip. Jack Hendler. Kathleen Holster. Heather Hopwood. Timothy Houghton. Jennifer Iorossi. Michael Aluzzi. Dana Imperia. Davin Iverson. Michael Just. Joanna Karasoulis. Karen Kennedy. Kristen King. Brandon Cobelt. Angela Koenig. Katie Cole. And now Mr. Gianna.
Amanda Kremer. Kimberly Lefaro. Michael Legani. Kimberly D. LaRusso. Vincent LaRusso. Carrie Latella. Casey Latella. Deanna Leggio. Ty Liu. Deborah LaCastro. Danielle Loftus. James Lomelli. David Lopez. Israel Lopez. Spencer Lutchen. Anthony Macchia. Timothy McCrae. Lisa Macri. Jeffrey Madonia. Dina Marie Mariani. Danielle Mariconi. Shauna Macy. Shadi Masri. Michael Mastrogiacomo. Carly Mensch. Matthew Mezzincello. Crystal Michelson. Stephen Michelson. Matthew Miller. Colleen Petrano. Daniel Moore. Marcos Montegudo. Alicia Maranta. Paul O'Brien. Marissa Oxford. David Andrew Otero. James Paganelli. Dana Panella. Stephen Panessa. Kara Pack. Bobby Pauls. Claudia Patricia Pena. And now Mr. Leaf will continue the names.
DJ Penna. John Panella. Catherine Perry. Jonathan Ross Perry. Heather Porto. Kirsten Porto. Jessica Postiglione. Douglas Prunier. Richard Quinones. Richard Ricciardi. Victoria Roa. Suzanne Ruggiero. Peter Rosen. Robert Rosen. Robert Ross. Ralph Rossi. Christine Ravieso. Julie Royal. David Russo. Melissa Sagai. Christina Sanabria. Marcos Sanchez. Harry Santulo Jr. Melanette Sands. Anthony Scavone. Matthew Schiff. Eric Seymour. Andrea Solomeo. Peter Sotier. Anna Maria Spiritoso. Stephen M. Sposato. Meredith Stillman. Marie Tartaglia. Joseph Teller. Joseph Timms. Michael Tripodi. Kita Uchida. Yuji Uchida. Joseph B. Vieira, Jr. Amanda West. Jonathan Yee. Robert Ganger. Alvaro Zumaran. Ladies and gentlemen, the LMK class of 1997.
have future leaders stand, our school song. Before the students sing our song, I would like to thank the staff you see here this evening, and a special thank you to Mrs. Tardnico for providing the music for our ceremony. Parents, at the end of this song, please leave the aisles open so that the students can march up the aisles in an orderly fashion and onto the cafeteria where there are refreshments. Pictures can be taken in the courtyard.
and a location, a misspelled Savannah, Georgia, but he couldn't really describe the note's author.
It was a woman. She typed it, gave him money. He took the money out of his pocket, gave him the letter and the money, and put him and his partner, the woman that's with him, out of the house.
Now, it has indeed been confirmed that they